Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and start. Just because once this is over, feel free to share it to your page. It'll be live now, but then once it's over, you can still share it later. So, obviously, you can kind of see a little bit of a setup I have here. Today, I'm just going to be doing a 12 by 12 canvas. And the colors are just like your primary colors. I'm trying to keep it a little simple for everybody. So I just got a red, a yellow, blue, and a white. And I'm going to be doing the flip cup, which is basically, essentially exactly what it sounds like. You're going to take this, you flip your canvas over. I'll show you all that here in just a minute. I've already pre-mixed all of the paints because that's typically the part that takes the longest, and I didn't want to bore you all with that. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and just kind of start pouring. What you do, you really just kind of layer your paints. You mix all of them individually, but then you layer them all in one. So I'm going to start with this white. And then just kind of alternate. There's really no right or wrong way to do this. There's also no guarantee as to what this is going to look like when you do it. I've honestly never done these primary colors by themselves before, so this is going to be interesting for me as well. But I did want to make sure that I had enough paint to cover the whole canvas. Because typically, if you don't have enough paint, you tend to lose like whatever design you have going once you pour it. And I definitely did not want that. This looks like it's going to be a whole lot of yellow.
Levi said hello.
Who?
Levi.
Oh, hey, Levi.
And Leah Flowers.
Also, I do want to give a quick little shout out to everybody that, I know not everybody's in here right now, that has bought something already. Because this really just started out as something that I was really trying to just dip into like my creative side, because it's been a little while and that's like a void that I just kind of needed to fill. And the fact that like people responded to it so well and actually wanted this stuff, I was like, oh, that made me feel really good. And so to all of you that have kind of taken a liking to a lot of these paintings, I definitely thank you. Because they're just going to keep coming. So if there's ever like, you know, if you ever see something that strikes your fancy, but you think, oh, maybe I'd kind of like a little more yellow in that, feel free to let me know, because we are all about doing custom pieces, and sometimes we tend to do a lot of the same colors for ourselves just because that's what we tend to lean towards. But if you ever want something that's custom, definitely let us know, because we're all about that. So here's pretty much what it looks like at the current time. And I'm pretty sure that's plenty enough paint. So I am going to go ahead and flip this. And like I said, flip cup pretty much explains itself. But here we go. And I tend to just kind of let it sit for a minute. Just let the paints kind of drop down. This one's kind of spitting out the side here, which, I mean, that's fine. Sometimes you can't get a perfect flip. Sometimes it looks a whole lot messier than this. But while we're waiting for that, something I'm going to use here in a second, just to kind of give you an idea, is this torch gun here. This is pretty much something that you're going to want to use to create like the cells that you see in some of the paintings. Obviously, there's really no guarantee what these things are going to look like when they're done. You just kind of hope against hope that it looks something like what you want it to. So, with that being said, I will go ahead and pull the cup on this one, and let's just see what happens. Really pretty so far. So let's see if I can get this moved. I'm going to pull this away from the edge of the table a little bit though while I pour this. You do want to try to pour it and tilt it to get a lot of the paint off, because if you don't get a lot of the paint off, it won't dry properly. I'm definitely happy with how this turned out. Sometimes you do need to kind of touch up your edges a little bit with some of the paint that just kind of drops down. How are the edges over there?
All right.
So I'm going to take my gloves off because I'm going to torch this. I don't really need a whole lot of torching, honestly, because there's plenty of cells, but you also want to torch it because you get air bubbles underneath it, and that just kind of, once it dries, it'll kind of do like a pinhole thing, and you don't want that. So you just kind of do like a once over. Just to get some of those air bubbles out.
Looks pretty good.
I'm definitely happy with how this one turned out. But as you can tell, the colors kind of take on a mind of their own, because obviously I only used 4 colors. But look how many colors are in this thing. There's so many more. I want to take you in for a close-up, but I'm afraid my phone's going to fall in this. Let's see. So, just to give you a little more detailed view here. loving this.
And by the way, I'm doing one too. Totally different.
Yeah, stay on here if you're in the room, because after I get this one moved off the table, Ryan's gonna do one of his too, and he doesn't. Of course, nothing's ever gonna look the same, but I'm not sure exactly what type he's doing. Are you doing a flip cup?
I'm doing
So
pour. I'm doing a dirty pour.
He's just doing a dirty pour. But yeah. So obviously, this one turned out very nice. So, with that being said, I'm going to put you back up here on the tripod and kind of get mine moved off the table. And let Ryan kind of take over a little bit.
Where do you figure? Okay. This is really cool.
Try not to move it too much.
No, here you go. Still dripping.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's not like showing everything. That's what it looks like. Hey, Tyler. I mean, I don't even know what that is. Picture of.
I mean, if it's going, just back out of yours and go back in. See if that helps. Can everybody see this fine? Or is it flipped wrong on your end too?
No.
Hold on, everybody. Technical difficulties.
I said turn it 90 degrees. Right there. There it goes. Because I mean, there's a lag. That's fine. Just leave it. Okay, well, so I'll do it this way.
I need to see that.
Looks nothing like that.
Section comments. I know what it is because it's up and down here, not up and. But I can't get it to figure out.
Oh, I got you. So what does it even look like?
Just turn the canvas.
Like long ways?
Yeah,
Does that help?
we're about to find out. Takes a second. A little bit better.
All right. So this is called a dirty pour. All it is just pouring paint in the glass, and not really knowing how it's going to come out. Can you see me pouring it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Also, don't forget, for people that just joined in, like the page, share the video, and everybody that likes the page and shares the video, we're going to do a drawing probably either tomorrow or Friday. Give everybody time to share it. We'll do the drawing live too. We'll draw 3 names. First name gets a 16 by 20. Second name gets a 11 by 14, and the third name gets a 8 by 10 of your choice. Colors and everything. Yeah, we wanted to do a couple different techniques for you. I tend to stick to doing my flip cup just because that's what I like.
And I do everything.
Ryan's a bit more experimental than I am, but
Can you see it?
there's the inside of his cup.
And it's just layered. So all I do on this one is, it's really easy. Just pour it.
Play music. Liz, we would play music, but they'd probably take the video down.
Facebook doesn't allow music.
We thought about that last night.
I don't want to lose all that orange.
Oh, that looks really cool. Yeah, that looks really cool.
Alright, that is a dirty pour.
I'm gonna try to do you just want the camera?
Yeah, that's fine.
Are you gonna torch it at all?
Probably not.
Because that way you can at least hold the camera.
Wow. All right, it's my dirty pour. It's nice, some nice cells in there. I've used the aqua blue. I used purple and orange, no white or anything. But this one's really nice too. And that is a 11 by 14. All right. See those cells popping up? They're popping up in that orange.
And if he was to torch it at all, they'd probably come out even more. But sometimes you don't want to...
You know, like these cells here, they're large and kind of stringy. I kind of like those. If I was to torch it, they would just kind of explode and be pretty much like this here.
That's coming up crazy over there.
No, they're just popping up.
I mean, even in here.
Mm-hmm.
This will probably be one that after it sits for a little while will...
Be different than what it is now.
What they look like right now, sometimes after they dry and the paint moves on its own and things like that, they'll kind of take on a mind of their own. We don't clear coat as far as resin or anything like that goes. We do varnish them with just a glossy coat.
All right.
But yeah, so pretty much that's the extent of it. Like I said, like the page, share the video. Like the page, share the video, and we will kind of check back in probably on Friday, and we'll do the drawing for the winners live on Facebook. So you should know then. If you won one of the 3 paintings, and like I said, first place, first name drawn is 16 by 20, second name drawn is 11 by 14, third name drawn is 8 by 10, and those will be custom, whatever colors you want. So, like the page, share the video, and we'll probably do this again. It was kind of fun, so if you liked it, feel free to let us know you wanted to do it again, and we'll kind of do different techniques each time. But for now, thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.